And we are on the air. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Well, guys, hey, we're gonna give this just a minute or two here to have a few others that said they're hop on here, but just want to thank you for your time in spending with us our Sunday evening at 9 p.m. here tonight, Eastern Time. First, I just want to give a quick introduction to Lindsay. Leslie and I had the opportunity to spend a nice getaway with Lindsay and her husband a few weeks back here. But Lindsay's from Minnesota, and Lindsay, just really quick, why don't you just share your 2-minute story of how you got your quick 2-minute story about AdvoCare.
Sure. So I've actually known about AdvoCare for 8 years, but I didn't do anything with it other than have about one spark in that total of 8 years. But my husband was a pretty consistent product user. In April of 2013, I was over at my sister's house, which is actually my direct sponsor. They've been involved with the business for 15 years, and she just dropped a quick seed on me. And at that time, I was looking for a change, not only in body transformation, but also from a financial, we'll call it a job perspective. I have a tea company, and I've had it for 8 years. So when I first heard about AdvoCare, I was starting a tea company. But anyway, last April, I hopped on the 24-day challenge. I lost 8 pounds, 9.5 inches, and a jean size in 24 days. I continued on product and lost 4 jean sizes, 26 pounds in a matter of 4 months, and have kept it all off. And at the same time, like I said, I was looking for a change with just life finances in general. So my first check with AdvoCare was $113. My first month was $1,500, and we currently average $1,500 to $2,000 a month, so that I can sell my tea company and my husband can come home from work and we can do charitable giving and travel with our kids.
Oh, awesome. Awesome, Lindsay. And just really quick, my quick story with AdvoCare is, I was introduced to AdvoCare 3 years ago, and at that time, from a health perspective, I was 41 and basically running myself from the ground, basically providing for the family, putting in long hours in a corporate job, and just wasn't taking care of myself. I was neglecting my own health. And I was overweight, unhealthy, not sleeping well, and drinking 3 to 4 of those unhealthy, high-octane sugar energy drinks a day, and it just wasn't cutting it anymore. And a friend shared a spark in that 24-day challenge with me, and initially, I dropped 10 pounds, and I just felt focused and energized. I went on to lose, stayed on product, and I went on to lose 32 pounds, took 6 inches off my waist, and now at the age of 44, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. It's been great because I was a Kent State cheerleader, and my daughter likes gymnastics, so they hooked me up with someone who is still in cheerleading at a competitive level, and we got to throw some stunts again. So I never thought 23 years later I'd be able to do that and basically not feel sore all the next day. So, we saw the business at that point because the products work so well. Our first check was $17.53. We're currently earning over $1,300 a month, but we're on pace to be earning $5,000 a month by the end of this year. And it's really not about that. What it's about is that we're helping a lot of people. We've helped over 160 families already just improve their quality of life by improving their health. And now we help people both in those areas of both their financial health and their physical health. So really today what we're going to do is we're just going to answer a couple questions for you. One we're going to answer is, do the products work? We're going to ask, will the products work for me? And if you had an interest in doing the business, can I do this? So we're going to cover, kind of all 3 of those today. So just really briefly, what AdvoCare is a 21-year-old privately held debt-free company that does over $600 million of annual sales. And we have tens of thousands of reps currently doing business throughout the United States. We have hundreds of thousands of satisfied customers that are benefiting their health, from the product. And you may have seen our commercials with Drew Brees and Jason Witten on ESPN. But the reason why the company has grown, and most of you probably haven't heard of it, is because it's done through word-of-mouth advertising. And with the growth we have, there's only one explanation: because the products work. It's because the results people get on the product, and they just refer other people, which then creates the business opportunity of AdvoCare. But really quick to start off with this, I would like to. I'm going to share with you with AdvoCare. It's really, you heard Lindsay say this before. So that why do people get involved in AdvoCare? For some, it is strictly just for their health. They just want to feel better. But for others, they see a little bit more. So I'll play a quick little video here, and then we'll be right back here about what some other people we know throughout Advocare, why do they get involved, and what is their So That.
We do Advocare so that. So that we can be champion parents to our kids and champion spouses towards each other.
And so that we can provide this incredible opportunity to other families as well.
We do Advocare so that we can have just complete time freedom for ourselves, for our daughter, that we wake up every day and design our day, and that we can bring so many other people into that freedom with us.
So that my husband can come home from a construction job that he's been working for 30 years and retire at the end of the year, and we can help pay for our daughter to go to college and have financial freedom for our family.
I do Advocare so that I can duck hunt anytime I want.
I do Advocare so that I'm not an MIA dad, but I can be an MVP dad.
We do Advocare so that our family can have freedom, and what that means for us is time with our children and financial freedom, but also that we can be difference makers in this world for other families, helping them find their freedom.
We do Advocare so that we can be free and to be able to do whatever we want as a family and just to bless others.
We do Advocare so that we can have total freedom of choices.
So that we can invest in our children, build champions, change our community, and bring a message of hope to this great nation.
We do Advocare so that we can retire my wife from her corporate America job.
So that our family can have time and financial freedom to be able to do mission trips as a family.
We are doing Advocare so that we can have financial freedom.
So that we can have opportunities for our family and leave a legacy.
And above all, we are doing Advocare so that we can provide hope and freedom to families all across the country.
So guys, it's such an important question with no matter what you're doing in life. And again, when I first started Advocare, my whole So That was I just wanted to be healthier. That is all I saw. That's all I was interested in at the time. But Lindsay, just tell us. Why don't you just tell us a little bit more about why are you doing it? What is your So That with Advocare?
Sure. Dave, I was really fortunate when I grew up, and I've been able to travel the world. I've been to Africa 7 times. I've been all over Europe. Been to every single state in the United States except for 3. And my So That is so that my kids can do the same, and I can write the check out myself and do it whenever we want to do it. So for us, it's time freedom and financial freedom, so we can pay it forward to our kids and to others. So anytime I've traveled abroad, it's actually been for charitable reasons. So I've been to Africa for 7 times. All of it was for charity. So we want to be able to do that with our kids too, because it really broadens the perspective about what life really is about. It's not just about the money. It's about giving back to others who need it more than we do.
Oh, great. Well, well said, Lindsay. And for me, the So That kind of covers a couple areas. One is I just want to be more active. My first So That was my health, so that I'm active for my kids, so that I'm setting a better example of how I'm taking care of myself, because I know kids see, kids do. We could talk about health, talk about taking care of themselves, but if I'm not doing it, that's what they're going to be following. So I need to make sure my first So That is be healthy, be active, be energetic, and the age part, doesn't matter. That's So That kind of changed for me and developed beyond that to be, I just want to eliminate financial stress. When I'm an architect and a real estate investor, and a few years ago, the economy took a dive, the real estate market crashed, I lost my corporate job, and it really hit us hard financially. And I had to figure out, we need to start over. What are we going to do? And I had options, but I was looking at what options are going to get me to a better place down the road, what I really want for my family. And so my So That is also to relieve the financial stress, build stability, build a future, but also free up time. I have 3 kids. They're 8, 10, and now 17 as of 2 days ago. I just want to be able to spend more time with them. And having the freedom this is already starting to give me to coach their sports and be there for the events. Those are things I don't see a lot of other parents being able to do during the day, especially having both parents being there for them. And the kids, they need us for that. So that's a big part of my So That. Um, Even though I had success on the products, and Lindsay, in a second, I want you to just kind of just discuss how you felt about the Science and Med Board. But a big part for me was what's in these products? Are they safe? And how can I feel comfortable sharing this with others? I know they work for me, but are they safe, and how do I know that? So, Lindsay, if you can just touch on what the Science Med Board that we have meant to you.
Sure. So the AdvoCare Science and Medical Advisor Board has actually over 250 years of experience, and I always like to point out that they're not really cute, young doctors that we use just to promote our products. They're actually old geezers that know what they're talking about. In fact, Stanley Dudrick invented intravenous feeding, and the way I like to look at it is if a guy like Stanley Dudrick can put his reputation on the line and stand behind the products, then so can I. So for me, I feel like the products are safe enough to put in my 2-year-old's body when she's old enough to take them. And that's just one example. There's over 8 to 10 doctors on our board that are formulating the products and approving them as well.
Okay. Yeah, that was a big plus for me, was actually getting a chance to meet and speak with the SciMed board, and also knowing that they have careers and a lot of credentials and reputation on the line. They don't rely on AdvoCare for an income. They have their own prestige. Dr. Dudrick, as you mentioned, he has a wing named after him at Yale. He was considered for the Surgeon General, but wanted to stay in surgery. So he's an extremely high-quality character person, and I know not only does he design the products, but he takes the products, because I've seen him take the products. And yeah, I guess, yes, they are old geezers, but they're very active and energetic because the products work, and they make sure it's not the highest quality. The other piece that really kind of impressed me is, Lindsay, why don't you just touch on informed choice of what that means for AdvoCare?
Sure. Informed Choice is a third-party testing company that AdvoCare and any other company, quite frankly, can voluntarily send their products to test for over 200 banned substances. So for athletes like Drew Brees and the other 200-plus professional athletes that are endorsers for AdvoCare, they know that when they take our products that they're safe and they're not going to get kicked off the field or kicked off the court if they get a random drug testing. So for me, I also want to have banned substance free as well, because why would I want to put something in my body that's not substance free?
Exactly, and that's so important to me, especially when I work with a lot of youth and coach, and we really just work with parents, suggesting things for their kids on nutrition, but there's so many things out there that student athletes are taking as well. That's a big concern of mine, and knowing that the industry is not regulated, and at the same time AdvoCare does the testing that it does with sound science and making sure the products are safe. So when the Olympic athletes and pros trust it, that meant a lot to me. And what also meant a lot is our endorsers. A lot of places have endorsers, but our endorsers do not receive any cash compensation. They do receive a stipend of products, but they need to first be on product for a number of years. They're using our products exclusively, and then they have to be a person of high quality of character individual, and if they meet that criteria, then we will let them be an unpaid endorser so they can use our products and not get a check when they turn down contracts for millions of dollars to use other products. Bottom line is they could fuel their body with whatever, take whatever they want. They choose AdvoCare because it's effective and it works. And the one person I wanted to share, another quick little video here, really short here, is from our national spokesman, Drew Brees.
I would definitely say that AdvoCare has contributed to my success. Certainly the products that I've taken, for the length of time I've taken, this has been since my second year in the NFL, 2002, it's something that I trust and truly see a result. I feel like I'm getting the most out of every workout. Not only pre-workout, but post-workout. I'm doing everything I can to recover, maximize what I just did, and the next day get up and feel like I'm a step ahead of the competition. And I'd say the informed choice aspect of all the AdvoCare products, that it's tested, that it's approved, and I can trust and have confidence in everything I'm putting in my body is the best product. And certainly it's legal within the NFL and all major sports. And so you feel like you're doing things the right way and you're getting things. So
So when Drew Brees came on board as our national spokesman, you heard he's been using the product for 10 plus years. You know, having him now even ask and have a Signature Series line of performance products with his name on it, DB9, says a lot about his commitment to AdvoCare. And AdvoCare as a whole has over 90 products, and we basically deal with a lot of different areas. For a lot of people, they want to lose weight. Some want to gain lean muscle. Others, it's about overall wellness, long-term health, I guess, as this banner over my shoulder, you know, talks about here. So there's a lot of different ways, but in most cases, whether you need to lose weight or gain weight, the place you really start people on is the 24-day challenge, and that's a bundle of our 5 core products. So I'm going to play a little video here so you can get a good understanding of what that challenge is, what it does for you, how it all works, and then we'll come back, and then Lindsay will kind of cover, you know, kind of what do we do next? What comes after the 24-day challenge?
Hi, my name is Kelly Singleton. Today I'm going to share with you more about the 24-day challenge program, who it's for and how it works. Now, first I want to let you know that the 24-day challenge is for anyone who's looking to increase energy, strip body fat, preserve lean muscle tissue, or someone who just wants to increase their overall wellness. It's even great for athletes that want to increase their performance. Basically, the 24-day challenge is for everybody. That's right. It's important to know the 24-day challenge is actually not a weight loss program. It's a health and wellness program, and it's designed to get your body hitting all cylinders and to help people get amazing results because they're putting high-quality nutrition in their body. Now, before I share more about this program, check out some of these results that people all across the nation are already getting.
As soon as AdvoCare found me through a friend, I hopped on that 24-day challenge and changed my life forever. It was spunky. I got my old self back again. After baby number 4, I was having a hard time losing the weight. So I went ahead and did the 24-day challenge and got some size 56 months.
I've lost 35 pounds. I've gone from 38 weights to 32. I lost 20 pounds in 20 inches. And since then, to date, I've lost 99 pounds total.
As a 40-year-old mom of 2, I was amazed at the results. I'm in.
It's been a journey that's helped me go from a size 14 to a size 4. I was 185 at the time, and I'm 145 now.
This was me, and I was at 297, about 87 pounds. It felt like that. I stepped into the time machine. I lost 29 pounds the first 24 days, over 4 months, lost almost 55. Now, at 3 years later, I've lost 122 pounds.
Within 6 months, I had lost 80 pounds. Brian had lost 60 pounds, and today I have lost 93, lost 75. And so, I mean, you can only imagine how drastically our life has changed as a result of AdvoCare.
Okay, so this is how the 24-day challenge is set up. Days 1 through 10 is called the cleanse phase, and it includes the Herbal Cleanse, Omegaplex, and Spark. Days 11 through 24 is called the max phase, and it includes the metabolic nutrition system, our meal replacement shakes, and of course, you get to keep drinking Spark. Now this is how it works. The Herbal Cleanse is basically a spring cleaning for your body. The best way to describe it would be gentle and uneventful, so no need to worry about the word cleanse. This product is going to work with your body to help you get rid of toxins and impurities in your system. So you get the maximum absorption out of the foods you eat and, of course, the supplements you take. The Omegaplex is really neat, too. This product is going to deliver high-quality omega-3 fatty acids. And the neat thing about this, when your body gets good fats, you'll notice that your craving for bad fats begins to diminish. Also, when your body gets good fats, it's able to get rid of the bad fats easier. Now, ladies, something else pretty cool about Omegaplex is the fact that when you get high-quality omega-3s, you'll start to notice healthier skin, hair, nails, and complexion. So this is definitely a win-win, right? The last component of the cleanse phase is Spark. Spark is a mental focus drink that delivers 3 to 5 hours of mental focus. So think of it as brain food. This is great for test takers, athletes, businessmen and women, moms, dads, etc. Really anyone who needs more focus throughout their day. You'll notice that you become much more task-oriented, and daunting projects like setting for that final or cleaning your house become a cinch. So that's days 1 through 10 of the cleanse phase. All right, so you'll start the next segment called the max phase on day 11 and continue this through day 24 to complete your 24-day challenge. You'll start the metabolic nutrition system, which is a blend of over 70 pharmaceutical-grade nutrients that's going to help fill the nutritional gaps. When you start the product, you're not going to wake up tired anymore. You're not going to have those 2 to 3 o'clock slumps. You're not going to daydream. You're just going to have a nice, productive energy throughout the day. You'll also continue to enjoy Spark, and you'll start the meal replacement shake. Our meal replacement shakes come in several flavors, and you'll love the taste for sure. But more importantly, this will deliver 24 grams of isolated protein to your system, and that's going to help fire up your metabolism first thing in the morning. The shake is the nutritional equivalent of 5 egg whites or 2 bowls of oatmeal, so a great way to start your day. Also, some people add Catalyst to their 24-day challenge, and here's why. If you include Catalyst with your challenge, you'll start to see more definition in your arms, your abs, your legs sooner, because Catalyst helps to strip body fat and preserve lean muscle tissue. So if you're the type of person that wants to see results as soon as possible, definitely add Catalyst to your challenge. Now, we believe that in order to achieve optimal health, we really need to focus on 3 things: good nutrition, quality supplementation, and of course, fitting in some form of physical activity with that. So, we also have something that can help you with the physical activity part if you don't currently have a place that you go to work out, and that's the 24-day challenge workout DVD. The cool thing about this is you don't need any equipment. Just plug it into your DVD player, drink a Spark, and you'll get a great workout from anywhere in the world in under 24 minutes, so that's available to you as well. Okay, that's the 24-day challenge, and we'd encourage you to really give this a shot because we know you're going to get great results. There's no guesswork here. If you put great nutrition in your body has an amazing ability to do what it's supposed to do. So get back with the person who invited you to watch this. They can help get you started, and we can't wait to hear about your results. Have a great day.
All right, so that's the overview of the 24-day challenge. And, Lindsay, why don't you just talk about what do you do next, or what do you do on a typical basis now, after the 24-day challenge, and what do you recommend for most people?
Sure. So after the 24-day challenge, I continued on with what I like to call the Core 4, which is basically everything that's in the 24-day challenge except for the cleanse phase. And I reintroduced the actual cleanse every 90 to 120 days. So every day I take the Omegaplex, meal replacement shakes for breakfast. I'm a Catalyst lover, so I stand behind Catalyst and I take it daily, like clockwork. Trimmed off 1.5 inches of underarm fat on my arms and really toned up the midsection for me. And I also continued on with the metabolic nutrition system. It provides amazing craving control for me and energy. I used to be a massive brownie and cookie addict. Couldn't even look at them. They'd be gone in 24 hours. And now I actually have Girl Scout cookies in my freezer from a year ago that I haven't even tried to open. And that's because of the metabolic nutrition system. So that's what we recommend.
Yep, and Lindsay, what I do is basically that max phase, similar to what you're saying, that max phase, I just do that all the time, the shakes, the Spark, and that's really where it kind of started for me. But I've been consistent on that, and that Catalyst, is amazing. When I hit my plateau, I lost 10 the first 24, and then didn't feel like I was really doing anything. I just had better habits. I was fueled better. My appetite control was better. Everything was working better. And then I was down 15, then 20, then 25, and then I kind of plateaued, and that's when I first found Catalyst, and hit a plateau, got new pants, 32s. Finally, yes, got back to those. Added Catalyst and I lost another 7 pounds and 2 inches off my waist. So much for those 32s. Now I'm in 30s, and since then I've been able to add 7 pounds of muscle just by staying on the products, and still kept a 30-inch waist. So that's what the products have kind of done for me throughout the years. And you're not alone when you do this. What comes with the challenge is this 24-day challenge guide, and we also have a fantastic app for the Android and the Android and the iPhone. But that really kind of helps keep you on track. But I guess almost more important than that is the coaching that you have on the challenge. When I first started this, I didn't really know what I was doing, but I had great coaches that took me and talked to me every couple of days. And Lindsay, talk about the kind of support, as a coach. What do you do, and how do you check in, and how do you help coach people through the challenge?
Sure. So everybody's different, and that's why I love the coaching aspect, because everyone goes through different types of hiccups. Everybody has different questions. So I just try to touch base periodically to keep them motivated, help them out with recipe ideas, workout ideas, and just more importantly, just helping them stay on track with the 24-day challenge itself. So we just walk through the products with them and go day by day of what should be happening, and we discuss to make sure things are going as they should. So that's how I do my coaching.
Yep. Great, great. Well, you know, so you see what the challenge really is, that kickstart for everyone, and thanks, Lindsay. The kind of questions to ask yourself is, if the person who invited you to this hasn't asked you yet, write down these 4 questions. You know, 1, what are your health goals? If you had to think about your health right now, what are your health goals? Okay, 2nd is, how is your nutrition right now? You know, be honest. What do you have? What types of foods? What are your good habits? What are your bad habits? Do you skip meals? You know, what is your nutrition like now? 3rd is, do you have any medical issues? Because, you know, obviously that's very important. And we don't make any medical claims, and we encourage you to, you know, take the things that may be recommended to you, to your doctor. Be comfortable with what you're doing. The other thing is question number 4, which I know we could say it many different ways. We could say it that, do you move waste? Do you go number 2? And I know Amy, who helps me, she just flat out says, do you poop? Do you poop? Do you go at least 1 to 3 times a day? And, you know, it might seem like a silly question to ask someone, but your GI tract is so important, and those are things we want to make sure your system is working well, because this really is all about a kickstart to better long-term health, not a quick fad. Yes, people on average that need to lose weight, lose 10 pounds in the first 24 days, you know, but it's really about getting people healthier, getting their bodies working better, and that's really more of the long-term vision, and that's why this is so successful and the company grows, because people get healthier. It's not just about losing weight or gaining weight with things. So, you know, with that, we're going to, you know, another question usually comes up from people is, okay, well, okay, great, what's it cost? In a second, I'm going to have Lindsay kind of review the 4 different ways that people kind of get involved in AdvoCare, but, you know, first thing I like to do is, regarding cost of anything, think about where you spend your money now. Think about the foods and the choices you make. You know, for me, it was getting 3 to 4 of those gas station large cans, high-octane energy drinks a day. And when you step back and add up, well, $2, $3, well, $3 a pop now, how much money every week was going to that? For other people, it's fast food. It's the Starbucks drive-through. It's you know, just loading up on the cases, cubes of the different pops along the way. So there's a lot of places that people are putting their money. So for me, a lot of what I do with AdvoCare is really an exchange of dollars. It wasn't in addition to what I was already doing. It replaced what I was drinking. It replaced my wife's, you know, Dr. Pepper habit. It's replaced all the trips to the fast food. It's given me a good quality breakfast. It has replaced all the over-counter meds that I used to get, or the antacids that I used to take daily that I no longer take and haven't taken for 3 years. So a lot of it has been an exchange of dollars for me along the way. But it really, you know, there's different ways to kind of get involved. And Lindsay, can you just kind of cover those 4 different ways people can get involved with AdvoCare?
Sure. Yeah, so with AdvoCare, there's 4 ways to get involved, and really I like to say that there's 5. The first being, you can be a retail customer and pay a full price, just like what Dave mentioned, and get your 24-day challenge or whatever products you need at full retail price. 2, you can become a distributor and get your products for a discount at about 20 to 30% off. 3, you can become what we call a hobby business builder and get your products for 40% off, and in addition to that, just casually share with people and earn, you know, $300 to $500 a month or whatever the case may be as you're casually sharing. And 4, you can get more heavily involved and be what we call a business builder with AdvoCare and share the lifestyle of what AdvoCare has to offer and build up a community of people to do the same thing. And last but not least, I mean, you can do nothing, and that's totally fine, and we like to meet people where they're at.
Oh, yeah, very, very well said, Lindsay. That's what this is about. It's about what do you want. If you see something out of AdvoCare, you know, you decide for yourself what that is, and the person who invited you to this is going to help you move in the direction that you're looking to go with that. You know, that advisor level, that it has actually on the income side possibilities of earning income 5 different ways. And I'll be right when I started with this, I was really skeptical. I wanted zero to do with this business of Advocare. I was busy with too many things in my life. I was even though I lost 32 pounds and felt great, felt wonderful, energized, healthier than ever been, I didn't need something else on my plate, and so I basically said no for 8 months. If you have been involved or been introduced to Advocare less than 8 months ago, you are moving faster than me, because I would not even get on a call or a webinar, for the first 8 months, once I was introduced. But, and that was more, I was involved in another company before, and I kind of had some scar tissue. I thought I knew, here's how these things work, and it's just not for me. I'm busy with my kids. I'm busy with my other business I started. I'm busy as a public official now and still invest in real estate, was heavily involved in scouts. The last thing I wanted was another business. But then a few people asked me kind of, well, what did you do? And I says, it worked great for me. Here, talk to my friend who helps me. And he went on to coach them to better health, and actually my first one was my sister and brother-in-law, who over the first 6 months lost 90 pounds combined. And I really saw the difference it made for them. I saw the smile. I saw how happy they were, and I saw their energy level. And then I realized there was something more to this, so then I guess I was willing to be a healthy skeptic and look deeper to what Advocare was really all about. And that's what kind of put me on that path of, you know what, this is not like I thought it was. It's not like other companies. A lot of things I said that's too good to be true, the more I looked in, I saw that they were true. And that was kind of my journey with Advocare. And I guess, Lindsay, maybe just talk a little bit about, you heard about Advocare quite a while ago. You knew about Advocare for quite a long time. What made the difference that you decided to kind of look at this differently and get involved?
Sure. I mean, 8 years ago, I'll be honest, I was very skeptical. And I was skeptical up until last year in April. And when I was over at my sister's house and she dropped that little seed, for me, I like to hear dollar signs, and she gave me a pretty big dollar sign figure because they've been involved for 15 years, and they're averaging $25,000 a month with Advocare. And that's what it took for me, was a bigger number, because I currently have a wonderful company that I love. It pays us very, very well. I have the time freedom, but it's also a thorn in my side, because I work that business 7 days a week, basically 24/7. It's at my beck and call. So I was looking for a change, and for me, I'm looking for working 10 to 15 hours a week with that same financial circumstances, so that way we can do all the things that we want to do that for our kids and for other people.
Yeah, Lindsay, what would you say to someone who says, I don't know, again, I know I didn't start in this business. I do not have a background in nutrition. I do not have a background. I'm an architect, went to school for that. No background in nutrition or health. What would you say to someone who is in that place, maybe sees some option, but maybe not confident that they don't know enough to do this business?
Sure. The great thing is we have an amazing success system and an amazing training system. So I was just like anyone else that started, or anyone else that's going to start right now, is we get trained as we go. So right away, get training right off the bat, and I'm constantly being trained by my mentor. So anybody can do this. It doesn't matter if you're a teacher, a garbage man, a business owner, whatever you are, you can work Advocare into your life because you're going to get trained and mentored along the way.
Oh, perfect. And that's, I think the success, as Lindsay said, is because we have such great leadership in the company all the way down, and in many cases, what you have is people that are involved in Advocare are willing to help you, and they have nothing to gain from it. Right now, Lindsay and I are not part of the same, we're not on each other's teams. We're part of a bigger team of Advocare. But we help each other out, and that's just how the people, I've never seen that before, where you will help what some people would consider your competition, because we all have the same goal, and that really is help enough other people get what they want, and you're going to get out of life what you want. So I've never been around people that have really lived that, and being around them has taught me that. And I'll play a quick, here's some of our mentors, two of our mentors here, that I'm going to play kind of what their story is. has been so far with Advocare. They're the ones helping that actually do help both Lindsay, and my wife and I in growing our Advocare businesses.
I guess I see his hard work prior to me coming along and the benefits that it's provided, because we and I did stay on here for son, and that's really probably the most important thing. I see my friends and their babies and daycare, and you hear all their stories, good and bad, and I don't have to do that. I don't ever.
Really, where it started for us was 1999. Joe had a check. Joe was our college strength coach. It started with Spark. All I saw that first year was to pay for my own product and really to make a student loan payment. And by the third year, they'd grown to $19,000. In the fourth year, it was $59,000. And then in 2006, was when I met Jordan, and she asked me what this direct sales thing was.
I started taking the product in 2006, and I saw significant results from trying. And it was kind of taking it more secretive, I guess, whatever. And I had my pants were all my clothes were too big. And that's when I really realized, that's what I was doing differently.
That's where kind of the buy-in for her started in 2008. We got married in 2009. We really made a recommitment to Advocare and really to grow the business and move it from a Plan B to become a Plan A company. That's the thing with Advocare. You can control a lot of variables that control the traditional world. And if we want a pay raise, it becomes effective as we become more effective. And we've talked to a few more people. Our biggest month this year has been $20,000, and this year we're on track to earn right at $165,000. And that's through our time building a team, building leaders, 10 to 15 hours a week. Probably 15 hours a week right now that we're really engaged with that. And it allows you to do so many more things, but your paycheck is a direct reflection of how many people you're helping. And what we see now is more of what can happen with the impact of the people, and we're having a blast doing it.
Okay, so that was Brad and Jordan Nelson, and let's see, Lindsay. So if you had someone like that was introducing you to product, say 8 years ago, would that made a difference if someone that successful was doing it?
That's exactly what it took, Dave.
Yeah, well, Lindsay is related to them, so even someone that successful, it's tough. Sometimes it's tough to kind of we have so much going on in our own lives. It's a little difficult to kind of see or look at things differently at times, and I had reasons why I was kind of not interested in looking at the business. I mean, everyone does, but for everyone, it's based on their timing when it's right for them to take a look. But when people do and look deeper to what Advocare really is and what it has to offer, that's when huge things happen. For myself, I really, if you talk to most people that are earning income with Advocare now, most of them that I've come across, and I've come across quite a few, say when they first started, they were not looking, they wanted nothing to do with the business side of Advocare. Okay? That's just the way most people get involved. They get involved for the products, they just want to feel better. But what happens is when you start feeling better and you have more energy and you're feeling younger and aches and pains go away and you start sleeping better, all of a sudden you can't help but share that with people, just like seeing a good movie. And then by referring people to Advocare, to the person helping you, you start earning a part-time income. And it's rewarding because people are thanking you along the way because you really see that you're making a difference. I guess one part that really got me too, and Lindsay touched on a little bit a little while ago here, was the people and the culture of Advocare. So, Lindsay, talk a little bit about. I know we got a chance to spend time together with 130 other champion families, down on that trip. Talk a little bit about why you're so confident in this opportunity and how that's based on, kind of the culture of what Advocare has to offer.
Sure. So with Advocare, it's much more than just what the products and the business can provide. It's the person that you also become. There's an amazing community of people within Advocare that you get to spend time with as you're growing your business. So you develop into a better person than you were before you started. And that's something that I really love because I'm surrounded constantly by positive people that have a similar mindset. And so it makes it really fun, and I know that my kids are going to be raised differently now because of what I'm learning along the way and how to become a better person and a better leader.
Absolutely, Lindsay. I mean, I look at, I've met such phenomenal people in the last 3 years since I first got involved, with Advocare. Now, as far as a company and a business, Advocare is on pace to be a household name. It will be like Procter & Gamble. It'll be to that level. We will be a billion-dollar company rather shortly, and that's huge for our industry. In fact, we're one of the top 10 growing companies of our kind in the world, and our market is still only contained within the United States. That just shows you the growth that we have, because we have solutions for the two major crises going on, the health crisis and the financial crisis. So as far as timing, there has not been a better time than now to get involved in Advocare. And what I love about it too is the way the business is structured. There is no gimmicks. There's no catches. There's no quotas. There's no you must act and do this or lose your discount. People have the flexibility to order what they want when they want, as much or as little as they like. When they get to a discount level, it never goes back. So all the things I was concerned with from other companies, Advocare doesn't have that. It's just not structured that way. The only reason people purchase products is because it's improving their quality of life. They feel better with the products. They're performing better with the products. And the only way people earn income with Advocare is people are consuming products. So we maintain the highest quality products by having the best science, the best testing out there. And just want to touch on one more thing about that advisor level. And basically, I'll have Lindsay cover this in a second, the current promotion that we have going on. But you can get discounts up to 40% on the products. And even at retail, I was saving money on the core things that I was doing before. So, Lindsay, why don't you just touch on what is this Line of Two promotion? When does it happen before, and what does it really mean for people if they act between now and Tuesday?
Sure. So normally to get to what we call advisor status, which is where you can get the largest discount of 40% and also earn income 5 ways, is you would go straight in with $3,000 worth of product in your shopping cart. You can do it all in one shot over a course of 3 2-week pay periods. But right now we have an accelerated program called the Line of Two, where you can basically get to that advisor status. You can earn income 5 ways and get a 40% discount for half the cost. And the way that works is you would do one order of $1,500 retail of product. Your cost is $1,050, so you get 30% off on that first order. And then you would need a second person to do the same thing directly below you. So they would also do $1,500 in products. So you would both have about 5 to 6 24-day challenges, which is great because, quite frankly, you need inventory on hand to get something going to start creating a test market. So it would take yourself and one other person to do $1,500 of retail by the end of night this coming Tuesday, May 6th, and you can get your business off the ground right away.
Yep, well said, Lindsay. And there's plenty of ways. I mean, getting to advisor, there's multiple reasons people do that. Some, they just says, I want the best price. We've had people go to advisor because they just want to line up their family for better health for a while, and they just do it at once, get to the top discount level, and they're set. We have others that say, you know what, I'd love to earn a small little hobby income. We have others that say, you know what, I don't know where my job's going. I don't like what I do for a living. I'd love to eventually, maybe someday, replace that. And they get involved and just kind of do the business with a little more intent and look to kind of plug in, learn the system, learn a new skill, and just help other people get healthier and then start building their own wealth for their own families. But others just start at the discount level for $79. Look at it like joining one of the wholesale clubs. You join, you pay a membership fee, and with this, you're going to get $59 worth of product, and then you automatically purchase what you want when you want, starting at 20% off. So plenty of options for people. Get with the person who invited you on this call, and also know there is no risk with Advocare. There's nothing to lose because our products all have a 12-month money-back guarantee, no restocking fee. So if you decide to go straight in, all into Advisor, and you decided later, you know what, I'm not quite sure, you have the flexibility. So Advocare, virtually no products ever get returned to Advocare because they work so well, but Advocare makes sure that safety net is there, so no one is at risk. No one has the possibility of losing an investment, with Advocare, because it really is, it's the products, and the products are guaranteed. For those interested in that option too, of the top level, as Lindsay said, it's really just finding a few other couples that want to do the challenge with you, and who wants, with summer coming, who doesn't want to get healthier? Who doesn't want to maybe tighten up, tone up a little bit, along the way? So, with that, really, there's 4 ways to get involved with Advocare, as Lindsay said. Retail, a discount. You may want to earn a little part-time income, or you may eventually want to replace your income and just kind of lead yourself to more, debt freedom and time freedom, so you can spend the time, with those you love, and put more time, into that. So I just want to thank Lindsay for taking the time out of her evening here out in Minnesota to kind of hop on this call and be part of this this evening, and the first webinar that I've done. So I'm hoping the people on the other end actually saw the videos that were played. So I guess we'll hear soon from those watching. We will have this recorded. The videos won't be in there, so if you have someone that is on your heart, that this may have interest to, please share this with them, because if the 1, 2, 3, and 4 are not for you, hey, we're totally fine. Wherever you're at is fine with us, but please know we are a referral-based business. The person who invited you on this call cared enough to do that for you. They'll help you, and they'll help the people get to better health, long term. It's just a matter of making that referral, over to them, and we'll make sure we take good care of them and really focus on what's in their best interest and what their goals are, and really help them, move towards that. So thanks again, everyone. Have a great week, and thanks for tuning in.